time, it's a great pleasure to invite Dr. Srinivas Kilambi, who is an investor and entrepreneur, and Mr. Matt Travis Tranner, founder of Keydabra, to share their insights on their venture and let us know what is that they have to offer us today. Thank you. Over to you, Dr. Kilambi and Matt. Thank you. Great to have you today for the event.
Yeah, thank you, Mani. Good evening, all of you. Happy Independence Day. This is Srinivas Kilambi. So just a brief 1-minute introduction. I'm a IIT Madras alumni, master's from Johns Hopkins and Clarkson, PhD from ORNL, and a CFA. I was a former CEO of Reliance Industries, Green Business, and former CTO of Tatas. And I have been with 6 startups of my own. I have 28 patents. 2 of my startups went public, 2 got acquired, 1 went bust. So basically, I've seen all of them, okay, good from end to end. My new startup is led by Matt, and he'll talk about Keydabra specifically. But I want to spend 2 minutes, Mani, if you don't mind, and talk about the five things every entrepreneur should do and should not do, which I think would be very useful here if it's okay with you. And then I'll give it to Matt.
Please go ahead, please.
Yes. So see,
hey everybody, I'm Matthew Tanner, the CEO of Keydabra. I'm excited to tell you today about the company we're building called Keydabra. I hope you've all enjoyed SolworxS Amplethon, the NoCode Hackathon. I want to wish you all a special happy Independence Day. I hope you all feel grateful for the freedom you have and are proud of the nation you're born to. India is a wonderful country full of opportunity, and Keydabra actually has offices in India as well as the United States. Thank you, Manny, and thank you, SolworxS, for including us. We're a startup, and the no-code apps you're building are very interesting to us. On that note, I'll tell you a little bit about Keydabra. Keydabra helps businesses make more money through intelligent software that improves engagement and conversion rates on digital platforms. We do this through machine learning that reveals complex patterns in data. Yesterday, I read that this year has the highest number of retail bankruptcies in a decade. At the same time, companies who have mastered their digital platforms are thriving. So there's a major disconnect here. Businesses generate troves of web data. Every click, every search, everything you do on a site is data. But few have the tools to harness it. Most don't actually know how to capture the customers who land on their sites. And it shows. Conversion rates online are 7 times lower than brick and mortar stores. So this is the problem we're addressing. Most sites aren't captivating users, and most companies don't have the technology to understand how to. About 4 years ago, long before the current COVID-19 crisis, Srinivas and David Dodds, a data scientist and a machine learning professor, were thinking about this problem. And over years and many tests, they developed software through a proprietary set of algorithms that reveals hidden patterns to increase engagement and sales. Keydabra captures customers' online experiences and translates them into actionable insights. Our technology is really powerful. Our software as a service platform measures engagement and conversion rates and makes predictions on how to improve them. We do this through a mathematical formula that dynamically measures and automatically weighs variables on a digital platform and converts them into a single index. The index this formula creates is a proxy for engagement and correlates to conversions. The index becomes the input to customized machine learning algorithms, which find complex patterns and provides recommendations on how to improve sites. To put this in the simplest terms, we created a way to measure the efficiency of a site and develop software that provides recommendations on how to make a platform more efficient. In our test, we've shown a 10x potential improvement in conversion rates. This is pretty huge. Our target customers initially are e-commerce companies. However, our software can work to make any site more efficient. For example, one of our current customers is using our software to drive inbound leads. Our initial go-to-market approach is three-pronged: direct sales, a freemium model, and creating partnerships with consulting and web development firms. We're operating on a software as a service model, and customers thus far have all signed up for an annual subscription. We charge a flat subscription fee and a data fee tied to the amount of data that we're processing. The products currently in the market are outdated, overly complicated, and too expensive. Most of the companies we see provide data visualization. They take your data, they make it look pretty, and they give it back to you. Google does this with their 360 platform, which has a flat fee of $150,000 a year, just to see visualizations of your data. The closest competitor we found is Decibel. They're located in London, and they've had some great traction. But we read through their IP, and our technology is superior in scope and depth. Our software is completely automated after onboarding, which makes it highly scalable. It's proprietary, intelligent, and it's not just heat map-based data like our competitors. It's also omni-channel, meaning we can use this software not only on websites, but also on apps and social media. Our customers get a simple report that measures engagement on their site and predicts how to convert more visitors. That's really the difference with Keydabra. We make predictions using machine learning. There's a huge market for this technology. This year alone, $80 billion is being spent on search engine optimization, and it's growing every year. Beyond our first product, Keydabra Digital, we have plans to develop additional products, including Keydabra Apps and Keydabra Social, as well as a market to service our software. So the potential here is huge. It's a multi-billion-dollar market. We worked on this technology behind the software for years, but we founded Keydabra in 2019, and the last year we've rapidly gotten our company up and running and our product into the market. We tested the technology in over 10 beta tests with companies like ASICS and Catalogs.com. We validated that our software can help companies make more money with over 100% improvement in conversion rates. And now we've shown that customers are willing to pay for Keydabra, and we're onboarding paying customers who are signing up for annual subscriptions. We have a diverse and experienced team. Our chief scientist, Srinivas, who you just heard from, is a serial entrepreneur. He's successfully exited multiple companies. He's a distinguished AI professor. I would describe Srinivas as energetic, determined, quick, very smart. David is a brilliant data scientist and a thoughtful, deep thinker. I have a background in project and financial management and have overseen teams responsible for over $50 million in annual revenue. We also have an all-star advisory board with members like Airbnb's former CMO, Jonathan Mildenhall, and sales guru, Chelsea Ingber. We've already built Keydabra and are generating revenue. So I'm very confident in the demand for this technology. We've been getting expressions of interest from companies who are eager to get their hands on our software. So we're forecasting rapid growth in annual recurring revenue. Additionally, we have other products in our pipeline. There's been quite a bit of recent activity in this space. We believe our solution is completely unique, something that couldn't be easily replicated or copied, and our customers are already finding it valuable. The natural trajectory for this kind of technology is to be acquired, and the acquisitions in this space have been huge. There were 231 AI acquisitions in 2019 in the US. So that's Keydabra. Our software is completed. We have customers. We're now raising a little bit of money to help grow our company. And we're looking for the right partners who can help Keydabra think through how to communicate the power of our technology, develop the best connections for our company, and pursue relationships that will lead to growth. Thank you all for listening. I hope you've enjoyed the hackathon today, and I think we might have a couple minutes for questions, but I really appreciate you all listening and hope you've enjoyed today. Happy Independence Day.
Thank you, Matt. That was really wonderful to know how one index can actually change the productivity of a website, and a lot of machine learning algorithms running behind to get that into more of a tangible roadmap. Very interesting product and very innovative product. And thanks for sharing all of that. And thanks, Dr. Kilambi, for sharing your insights about the guidelines for entrepreneurs and more of job creating approach than job taking approach. I really
Yeah,
love
one
that
more
phrase.
thing which I want
Yeah.
to add, Money, is this
Yes.
index which Matt talked about is not just specific to e-commerce. We have
Okay.
applied it in scenarios of improving manufacturing productivity. We have done
Okay.
real case
Okay.
studies with improving healthcare and HR attrition. We have done
Wow.
it in the case of how to talk about, clinic hospital readmissions or reinfections, or how to predict COVID-19 across the world by my students at Clarkson. So this index, which I and David co-invented, is virtually an intelligence index or intelligence quotient. So it can be applied across diverse fields. So it's not limited to just one area of e-commerce or digital commerce. So it's a very powerful new paradigm shift methodology of, it converts a very subjective art into a mathematical science. That's
Wow.
how it works. Okay, thanks.
Incredible. Incredible. Thanks for sharing that insight, Dr. Kilambi. Definitely, it's of great help to all the entrepreneurs and everyone on this show. Thank you for that. Moving on.